Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into a fabulous Friday. I am your cuddly, lovable host, Sweet Bobby. And real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds. We got DB and Matt Jollywally in the house, and it was Matt Jollywally that said, Bobby, after I put the SPX trade in, Bobby, August 1st is the when the tariff's supposed to go into effect and all that. And I'm like, oh, now you tell me after I did the thing. So we'll discover our SPX spread, see how it is doing. It is on the verge of doing badly, but we'll see how it works out at the end of the day. All right, so we've got a big sell-off. Now, let's start first with our linear regression. Do you remember yesterday when this was a very small candle and the market was up just a little bit? Do you remember when I said, y'all, the AD is negative? Don't be surprised if you see a little sell-off at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, Sweet Bobby called it. I called it. And then we had, remember yesterday I said, look at all of these little bitty candles. They're little bitty candles. I said, we are going to have some big candles at some point. And if we do, they're probably going to be red candles. What do we see today? We see the big red candles. Isn't that amazing how it works? So you can just see it, right? I mean, you just look at this and go, it's coiling, it's coiling, it's coiling. They're really small, they're really tight, and then you just know you're going to get a pretty good move. So I thought that was the neat call yesterday. Roll the tape. That's what I said. All right, so the E-minis are down 2%. We're down 2.3% in the NASDAQ. VIX has popped up from what, 15 to 21.53. The AD is negative 250, and the AD low is negative 351. AD high was negative 176. Let's look at the big green monster. The big green monster. Let's see if we can see any support here. Whoa! Look at this. We came down yesterday into that little support. This is where I told you that we'd probably have a little sell-off at the end of the day based on the AD being negative and the market was up some. And so we got that little sell-off. Then it dropped here, and now we are in another fair value zone. Look at this. Fair value zone with a target of 62.12. Say it ain't so, Joker. But we'll see. You would also expect that there's a good chance that part of this gap would fill, right? We don't like these little areas where there's no volume. So it might want to test that area just a little bit and pop back up. But wouldn't surprise us if it went down to the 62.12. So wow, that's quite a move. Let's see how we're doing on the scalping front today. Scalping front makes me so mad. I was up $83 on the day. $83. And I had a trade that went against me. I was down over $400 at one point and it came back and I closed it. And I wish I'd have stayed in it. If I'd have stayed in it, we'd have had well over our $100 for the day. So I still got some scalping to do, but we'll see if we can get back. And I've not had a negative day, knock on wood, since June. I've not had a negative day scalping since June. Now let's go look at our little things here. We're in the house of pain. Our TQQQ positions are taking it on the head today. Look at this. Not down $420 there. In this account, we're down 827. I talked to my buddy yesterday, Rob, who's the idea of uh doing the scan and the stocks are in the thing. And I said, man, I am really down on these positions. He said, I would have already got out of them. He said, if they don't hit quickly, I would get out of them. And I thought, well, now you tell me, now that I'm down $500 in these two trades, right? Now you tell me to get out of them. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let's look at NEM, see what it looks like right there. So we're in the money. Should we just get out of them? Let's look at the NEM chart. NEM. And let's look at the chart. I don't know. I don't know about that. It still looks to me, if you look charting wise, like this is just a momentarily pullback until we go back up. So I may just leave that in there. Let's look at our other one is a Chevron. I may just let that one stay for a bit. Chevron. I don't think I'm scared to hold these stocks. Let's look at Chevron. Now this one, gap, gap, down, upward, 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 pull back. And I don't know. I think these. I mean, it still looks like it's pulling back. If you could, how do you draw a line on this chart? I'm not sure how to use their charting thing. But anyway, if you draw a thing here, right, a little line, it looks like we're pulling back into that area. So let's see if we get a bump there. I think I'm going to hold both of those. Now, the one that's really in the issue right now is down $705 after Matt told me not to do this after he told me about the thing. So we are at, let's see, SPX is at 62.21 and our short is at 62.25. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do on this, and this will be a good thing. You're going to build a new green monster today. Oh, it is the first of the month, isn't it? It is the first of the month, DB. Thank you for reminding me. We need to do that. So what we're going to do is if this thing closes under my short strike today, and if it closes above 62.25, and there's a good chance that it could, then we're going to keep $120 here. If it closes under the 6225, what I'm going to do is do a poor man's covered call in SPX. So what I will be doing is going out about 4 months from now. So going out about 120 days, and I will be buying a call slightly in the money. Right, we'll buy a slightly in the money call, and then I will sell the 6225 call. So I'll buy a call 4 months out, and will. Oh man, the market's dropping again. It's hurting my P&L for sure. Come on, we need a little bounce somewhere. Need a little bounce. So we'll that's what we're going to do. So let's go to do our dream monster. See if I can do it here. Let's go here because we do need it. Let's see. Let's go to a clean chart and let's take these out. So I just wanted you to know how I'm going to manage that. If we go below our strike at the end of the day, we'll do a poor man's covered call. All right, so let's do this. And where's my hand? My hand. Okay. Let's get this like this. And let's get my little tool here. And we'll go from here to here. Right. And then we'll go here. And we'll go edit properties. And then we'll go to the top. And this is going to be high 64, 50, 75, 64, 50, 75, 50. Well, that was like 75. And our low is 6227.50. 6227.50. Make sure that's right. Beautiful. Now, what we do is we take our other tool, our little extensions, and we draw from here to here. And then we take it down to the 100. Right. I'm almost on it, y'all, right there. Close enough. Then we activate this thing. And we take the 100 down to the 200. Right about there. And then we take this corner and we put it down right on the top of that pink line right there. See it there? Right there. And we go, get rid of this, and then I get rid of this, remove drawing, and then we go back to this, and we edit property. And I appreciate you reminding me, DB, on this. So this will be July for August, and we'll set the whole thing green because I like it being green, the color of cash, baby. All right, now we can go to our volume profile. Let's look at that. Aha, look at this. Wow. It's amazing how when you do that in retrospect, look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Coming around there, support and resistance goes down to the 20% line, plays around there, goes back there. And now we are fairly priced, fairly priced. So looking at this, we could see a movement down for sure, but I could see a pullback. This thing wanting to pull back, and I hope it does want to pull back by the end of the day, up to that 62, 67 level would be a nice little pullback for the end of the day. All right. So that's the way we're going to play it. Remember, I'm doing a poor man's covered call. I wish we could show it now, but it's just too early to see where this thing ends up. We got to be above 620.25, or I'll be selling the 620.25 call 7 days out. I'll be doing probably a 62.20 is probably what I'll buy 4 months out and do a poor man's covered call on that. So that's kind of what that will look like. All right, guys, I pray y'all have a great, great weekend. Roll Tide. We're getting close to football season, and y'all have a beautiful day. I will see y'all on Monday.